Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of SevTech. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Did you miss my beautiful face? I know, I missed you too. Today we're going to start the episode by going to the Betweenlands, and we're not going to cheat except with a sawmill. Cause in a normal mod pack you can just craft planks, in this one you have to use the chopping block, and this looks very weird. Oh, I cannot take it off. Aha. This decay thing is incredibly irritating. Every time that I come here, I'm fully decayed. Yes, much better. I think what we should do is to try and start making a very small base so that we don't get attacked by mobs when we're working. So let me set up a very small hut and then I will bring you right back. Alright guys, it's been a while later and finally we have a very small hut that we can call home. So welcome to my humble abode. Apart from the sawmill, it's not a super advanced base, but I'm guessing in this dimension, this will have to do. Our main issue in the Betweenlands is going to be food, and I was trying to understand how the food system works. I mean, we can go and be a scavenger, but our days of gathering has passed. Now we are a farmer. I noticed that there is something called a compost bin, and we can deposit plant material inside, and then close the door, and we will get something called compost. Farming in the Betweenlands seems to be very different, but you right click with your shovel and you will get dog swamp grass. And then you have to add a compost and then plant your plants. And then it should start spreading to adjacent blocks. I have no idea how long it's been that I have entered the Betweenlands because I made our hut, I did some mining, I did some exploration, and our tools are rotten. And I had to go to the wiki to understand how to save my tools, because this one is completely corroded and it's not doing that much damage. And it seems that the solution is relatively easy. We just need a purifier, we put our sword and one sulfur. Now it is good as new. Very good. I think the logical thing to do is to repair the rest of the tools because they're also not doing very good. Oh, and by the way, I did a ton of mining and I did find some Valonite, which we are going to use in order to make a pick and maybe a sword, but I also found these. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it sounds like scabbist. I don't know. But what it does is actually very interesting. It seems that you can coat your tools so that they don't get corroded. Of course, one of them is going to give you barely any coating left, but if you use 8, well coated. Why am I getting so many advancements? I'm going to find you and eat you. You were not edible. I want to go on a very small session of mining and I thought we make an armor out of bones. We don't need to go that crazy with armor right now because we have tons of health. We also need to balance our diet and this one should not be that bad. It will give us vegetables. I think for fruits I have to cheat a little bit because I cannot find any fruits. Perfect time for mining because it's nighttime and it's incredibly dark. I wish we had fortune, but it's okay. There's one Valonite. Also, the main reason that we are here, and I have to mark how to get back, is that we are looking for something called life crystal, I think. And it seems that you can only find it underwater. Hello. It's supposed to be very rare and it's supposed to be very difficult to find, but if we get one, it's going to be sufficient because later on we should be able to repair it. It's incredibly dark, but if you have torches, then you should be able to see underwater. Also, swimming in water is not very good for your decay. It has been ages, but I think I found one, which is over there. Yes, we have one. The only issue that I have with caving in the Betweenlands is to try and find your way back. I know that there is a rope, but it's not very convenient. Anyhow, let me gather some more resources, then I will see you back at the base. Oh, on the way back I also found some limestone. We can dabble ores. Well, we will have a chance of dabbling ores. So it seems that this life crystal is used in repairing our tools and also to animate some scrolls. I was breaking some pots and I did find 2 scrolls. We just need something called an animator, so you're going to have a durability. Interesting. Oh, you're going to need a lot of sulfur. Okay, I had no idea. We got a swift pick. Aha, are you swift? Oh yeah, it's actually not that bad. The question is, how do you work on stone? You're insta-mining. Wow, I think we have hit the jackpot. The only problem is that I don't know how to repair this thing. It is perfectly fine, I'll just put mending on it. And by animating one scroll, this guy is down to 88%. We got an amulet socket. Which makes an amulet. Don't really know what it does, so for the moment we're just gonna keep it. I was just going through the JEI and it seems that we have a use for this amulet socket. We just make an amulet and we're going to take a green middle gem, and if we combine it we will get a green gem amulet. Oh, it's not a bubble. It's not a bubble, but if you right click it will go somewhere here. How do you take it out? But in any case, it will give me a chance to heal when I'm attacking and absorb damage when I'm being attacked. So it's not that bad. And we have done a crazy amount of advancements. Nice. The best part of Betweenlands is the boat. It's amazing. Anyway, I got some of the scrolls from the pots that you see over there, and I thought maybe we should loot some of them and try to find more interesting stuff. Just some arrows, okay. And the termite. The only problem is that you can't really skip the night and it's extremely dark. Okay, so my exploration did not go as planned, but I did manage to make a farm. Farming in the Betweenlands is very complicated. Apparently, snails can eat your crops and rain can destroy them. So I had to put a roof and I had to put a fence. Also, since the crop grows to adjacent blocks, you don't need compost on every single block. You just need one in the center and then you just put your crop. So this setup that I have over here is not the best. I also noticed that the best material in order to compost is dry bark. It will give you a lot of compost. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but the crops also decay in the Betweenlands, and in order to cure it, we're going to need swamp water with a ball of sap, and that will give us plant tunic. It should cure an area of 5 by 5, according to the wiki. It's giving me particle effects, so it's probably working. The most important thing that I managed to find was a rubber sapling. Well, I did find the tree, then I brought a sapling. If we get a simurite bucket, we should be able to get some rubber. I love the animation. Look, do I have to wait for it to get full? Maybe? Oh, and by the way, when I said rain can destroy your crops, it's not the rain itself, it's these guys. Can we have more than one bucket? Yes. While the rubber is being prepared, let us see if we can get some flux. The limestone flux is going to give us a chance of ore dabbling, so we're going to give it 9 simurite ores, and we will see how many ingots we get. You're done! We have 1 bucket. The way that we're going to repair the life crystal is with these guys' hearts. That thing over there. If we cook rubber, we should get rubber balls. Okay, we need 1 more. Oh, you destroyed the bucket. Originally we put 9 ores and we got 12 ingots. It's not the best, but the main reason that we wanted rubber is to try and make the boots. And I'm hoping that it's going to help us a lot on mud. There's mud here. Yeah, I can walk on mud. Very good. So this guy is at 75%. We add the heart. It's 88. I was thinking, now that we have unlocked the ability to walk on mud, we come to this biome in order to gather some sludge balls. And then I found this, which is a spawner, unfortunately. And inside we have a gem singer and some marshmallows. And 1 more item scroll. Okay, there is another one over there. Maybe we should check that one out as well. Everything in this biome wants to eat you. It's very dangerous. So what do you spawn? Oh, hags. Hags are fine. What do we have inside? Skull mask. I like it. Don't know what it does. What the hell are you? And my sword is about to break. You're a pit mummy. Hello, mummy. I think he's stuck. Otherwise, he looked very creepy. I thought since our sword is going to break, we just come back home, we animate this scroll and see what we will get. And then we will go back to the overworld. A hacker. Aha, it's called a Hag Hacker, so is it good against hags or do you also chop wood? You're garbage against wood. Well, there is a hag. We can try it on him. 1 shot. Just before we go back to the overworld, is the gem singer what I think it is? Can you locate gems? Yes, there's something over there. Yes, it does show you the gems. It's very useful. I'm not exactly sure, but I think Valonite should also be a gem. So if we go down, can we locate Valonite? Yeah, I tried. It does not work for Valonite. It's fine. Alright guys, I think we're going to go back to the overworld because we had enough of Betweenlands today. All I wanted to do was to get some food going on, get a small infrastructure. Hello, you were hiding. Anyway, I just wanted to have a small infrastructure so that we can later on fight the bosses and do some of the achievements. So for the moment, we can leave our base. Hello, why are you here? If we want to get the Aromatic 5000, we're going to need a Crystallizer and we're going to need a Materializer. A Crystallizer is not going to be that difficult to obtain, but the Materializer requires us to go to Omotal. I don't remember the name of this ingot, but we need 2 blocks in order to make a Materializer, including 1 antimatter bucket. Why was he holding a flower? He was also pretty. I was running low on shadow gems, but thankfully they spawned some. Now we have 10. Very good. Oh, 11. The ritual for upgrading the Staff of Rending has to be carried out in the Abyssal Wastelands, and we have enough PE. Are you done? Thank you. So my job for the next half an hour is to gather some essence. Of course I can increase the efficiency of gathering essence by finding a guard or a shoggoth. it doesn't work on Shoggoth. Even if you attack them from a distance, you're going to get burned. Well, we got one. I managed to get 3 essence from just one guy. Although I should confess that this is slightly irritating. We are 75% there, and he's dead. But there is no need to panic, I found another one. Oh, this is a Shoggoth lair. Oh, they can't get out. We have 8, but I'm going to gather one more because there's an upgraded version of the Staff of Rending, and this time I really want to get that. And just in case I was not clear enough, it's this one. I don't know if it's anything better, but we're gonna try it. So is this something that we can craft over here? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dreadland Necronomicon. For the next tier of Staff of Rending, we only need 2000 PE, and since we have it, I was thinking that we just do the upgrade over here. I just needed some Dreadland stone, and we should be okay. You did not need a sacrifice, no? No. Very good. We have this one as well. For fighting the boss of this mod, we need to start making the altar of the Choggorod. Are you dead? Yes, thank you. The bottom half and the top half, and we're going to need 40,000 PE and 2 sacrifices. We need to carry some mobs to the Dreadlands to offer them to the gods. So I made 2 mob imprisonment tools, and we're going to find 2 sheep. A pig will do. And just to do a very small head count, we had 4 Erodium, 2 more over here, and 4 more over here. That's 10. And in total we have 44. We need 10 more. Stop burning me. Oh, you gave me the wither. You jerk. Gathering PE is taking a fair bit of time, and I was thinking, if we gather some more monolith stone, we can make more statues, and hopefully the process will be faster. Oh, there are statues here. Oh, these are decorative. Okay. We need the monolith stone. Hello. We just take the pillars. It seems you cannot place them next to each other. That is weird. It spawns slimes. Nice. We can have a few more statues, but the problem is we need to farm some Shoggoths. For 3 more statues, we need 24. We have 14. Don't really know if you can fit more statues, but I think 12 is good. The process of gathering PE is taking far longer than I thought, so we're going to do something which hopefully is going to help us. The energy pedestal that we're using has a capacity of 5000 PE. If we upgrade it to the next tier, it will have 7500, then 10,000, then 12,500. And I think that's going to be a relatively good buffer. Of course, the highest tier one is from Amulet, but unfortunately, we don't have access to the material. Good, that one is going to contain a lot of PE. It's never a wise decision to waste time, so while we're gathering some PE, let us make the atomic reconstructor. It's a crazy amount of microcrafting, but I think we should be able to do it. We need 2 coils, then we need to make a single battery, then upgrade it into a double battery, which is not working. Oh, it's a double battery. Then this is a triple battery. I had no idea that these things exist. And that goes over there. This is far more complex than I thought, but luckily we can make pure Certus quartz in an enrichment chamber. We have just ran into a very small problem. I'm going to need the calculation processor in order to make the atomic reconstructor, but in order to make the press, which I thought we have, we're going to need a dungeon moon brick. This guy. And what that essentially means is that we need some nether wart in order to find the dungeon. The spawner seeker needs 2 of them. The spawner seeker does not have a huge range, so we have to be within 128 blocks of the dungeon for it to work. And I'm not being very successful. So I'm slightly confused. What's the point of having it if you have to fly around anyways? Yeah, it does tell you that it has a range of 128 blocks. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The spawners are underground, so the effective range of the spawner seeker is going to be far less than 128 blocks. It's more like 70. So why not just fly? I have already found it. I think. Yes, I just need 1 brick. And just out of extreme curiosity, what was your range? Okay, 80 meters. It's around 140 meters because the dungeon itself is huge, so there could be spawners under here. But it's not much. It's okay, I have already marked this one, and if we want to find dungeons on other planets, the coordinates should be the same. Of course, if they have not done any updates, I'm not sure. This should be relatively fast because we have enough pressure and plenty of speed upgrades. Oh, it's done. Okay. The final item that we need for the atomic reconstructor is ice. And obviously you. Ladies and gentlemen, the atomic reconstructor. And funny enough, I wanted to make this in order to get nether wart so that I can make the spawner seeker. This is a nice mess. This should be the recipe for the bottom part. And we have to get rid of you. Yes, I did not mess it up. We need 20 more thousand PE for the top half. I thought I should use my time more productively and make more turbines. I made 12 new ones, and that is 6000 RF. Yes, now we're generating 15,000 RF per tick. That is really good. Oh, and by the way, how much are we consuming on average? 3,000, okay. Alright guys, we have the 20,000 PE we needed in order to make the top half, and I think I have all the ingredients. And of course, we also have a sacrifice. Here we go again. Yes, we have it. Now we need to find a dreadland mountain biome, which I guess that one will do, and we have to place it down at Y level 40. I honestly don't understand why you have to go high up in the mountain and then dig down. It's weird. This is Y level 40. I think we should be ready. We put the top half and right click on the top one. Yes. Oh, you can exit the structure. I did not know that. And I'm extremely happy that we have the amulet so that whenever we're doing damage, we can also heal up. Cause that stupid boss has like 1000 health. We get our crystallizer and then I think the boss was down here. Hello. We have done this fight several times and I just noticed those are dreadium blocks. Oh, we can't harvest it. Okay. I'm barely doing any damage to him even with the bow. I think the bow is just garbage. We go closer. He does a very stupid amount of damage. It's okay. We go in again. One more time. I think between all the bosses in Abyssalcraft, he has the most amount of health. We have an elixir of fire resistance and some strength. We go in again. Yeah, I'm not doing a lot of damage. That is the main problem. I'm so happy that the amulet is actually healing me up from time to time. Otherwise, this fight would have been terrible. Not that it's going amazing right now. I'm just saying. Oh, he's dead. We are looking for a gateway key. And we have it. Yes. We should also not forget our piece of dirt, which is no longer here. I just transmuted it and we have the gateway key. And this is the gateway key to Omotal, and you misplaced the portal. I can't break it. Okay. We go in. Oh, nice. For the first time, I'm not on top of the void. And that is the fortress. For getting Ataxium ingots, we need to find some minions of the gatekeeper. And I think we can find some of them around here. Oh yeah, we do. They have a ton of health. 250. We got some. Of course, we are not going to fight the final boss because we are no match for him. We just take some ingots and we go home. So far I managed to only get 8, we need 18. Okay, I'm back from Omotal and we have 24 Ataxium ingots. This could be my imagination, but I think there is something encoded within the Abyssalcraft mod that whenever you have 8 Ataxium ingots in your inventory, the minions of the gatekeeper stop dropping it. Cause after getting 8 of them, I spent half an hour and I did not get a single ingot. And once I dropped it in our storage network, I started getting more. Again, this could be my imagination, I have no idea. We did not get any more erodium. We got 6 more, so we only need 4. Anyhow, I also gathered some essence and upgraded our Necronomicon to Omotal Necronomicon, because I wanted to see how we should summon the final boss. It turns out you didn't have to upgrade it to Omotal Necronomicon, you can just see it. And this is the ritual. We need 4 ultimate ingots, 2 ultimate singularities, and 1 white gem, which I think we get it from Kepler. I was checking the recipes and it seems getting Aromatic Mark II is not going to be a huge problem for us, and the only thing that we're missing is a bucket of antimatter, which I do have a plan for it. But since it's a very long journey, we're going to do that next episode, and we're going to have ore quadrupling. And hopefully we are also going to get that stupid lens by next episode. Also, we want to get into applied energistics as soon as possible, and the main problem that we have for getting into applied energistics is to automating the processors. Normally what I do is that I use Ender IO conduits, but in this mod pack we don't have access to very good cables. But we do have something else, which is called XNet. Oh, that was our last machine frame. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how I want to set it up, but we are going to have a quantum entangler porter down there with an energy acceptor. We also put the XNet controller down there, and I think we have to hook it up with a connector, yes. I'm going to use 9 inscribers, 3 for the circuits, 3 for silicon, and 3 for assembling everything together. And we just connect all of them with the connectors, and we connect you to you, and you should be fine. We also need to have some sort of an input chest, which later on we're going to switch it with an ender chest, so for now we're using a gold chest. If I put 64 silicon inside, we're going to create a channel for items, then we go to the chest, we create another channel, we say export, and we want you to export silicon, and then we want you to insert it into the inscribers. Now if I give you silicon, will you do that for me? Yes, yes, very good, very good. I did exactly the same for logic, and let us see if we can put them all together. Yeah, unfortunately it's not going to do that because you need to input items from the top and from the bottom and extract it from the side. So we need to reorganize this. There was just a solar eclipse and I think tonight we are going to have horologium. I don't want horologium for tick acceleration, I want it for something else. Anyhow, it's been a while later and I've been trying to work on our inscribers. I did notice that 6 of them are not going to give us any problems because if we have one connector in the back, we can export items inside and then extract them out. So if I just put silicon in the chest, it will go inside these 3 inscribers, they will be processed and then they will be extracted. For logic circuit, engineering circuit and calculation circuit, it's also the same because you have the press on top and you just have to operate with this slot. For making the processors, it's going to be a slight headache because we're going to need 3 connectors for each inscriber. The one on the bottom has to export silicon, the one on the back has to export redstone, and the one on the top has to export the circuit. Also, the one on the back is going to be the one which is going to extract the final processor. I was also having a lot of consistency issues because it was sometimes placing the silicon instead of the logic circuit. And the problem is, if you come to the controller and find the channel, you have to put metadata and NBT on. Otherwise, for some reason, it's going to screw it up. So this is the shape of horologium. Okay, yes, we have found it. Very good. Let's get back to the main task at hand. We have one more inscriber and that is for the engineering processor. So from down we're going to export silicon, metadata and NBT. From up we're going to export engineering circuit, and from the back we're going to export redstone. So now if we give it the raw material, it should start working. Are you? Yes. Yeah, it took me a while, but I think right now everything is working perfectly. We're making silicon, we're making the different circuits, and everything is being assembled on the top. All we have to do is to put the ingredients inside this chest, and after everything is completed, we will get the processors. And once we get into applied energistics, we're going to switch that chest with an ender chest, and we can do auto crafting over here. Anyway guys, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye. Do you guys want to know something funny? I just remembered that you can access different sides of the machine with an XNet connector. You just have to set the side over here. So all you need is one connector and different channels. So my original design was fine, but halfway through I forgot what I was supposed to do. Also, I'm not going to change it because reprogramming the controller is going to be a pain.